I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the Brewery Lovers, still working our way through Vermont.
Working our way through the video of Vermont.
Yes, the video of Vermont. How many breweries in Vermont?
21.
Yeah, so it took us a few videos to get through them all. Not quite there, but close. So this is kind of northern-ish, right?
Yep.
We went to a brewery called Hogback Mountain, which was closed.
I had made contact with the owner and brewer because she and I had stuff in common and I just wanted to meet her. Unfortunately, our schedules just couldn't make it happen, so we cheated.
We cheated, yeah. We went there and had a beer, even though they were closed.
But it was their beer.
Watch.
We bought their beer.
Getting there was very interesting. This crazy switchback road over a mountain. And it was really kind of fun. It was the first time the Bleep had done any kind of road like that and performed really, really well. I was happy about that. But it was tricky. Lots of switchbacks. And here's Hogback Mountain. Cute little place. You can see these giant exhaust fans here. It was obviously some kind of restaurant when it was built. Again,
we had their permission to be there.
We had permission to be there.
Even though they weren't open. We weren't trespassing.
This little cottage you can actually rent. That would be fun.
Yeah, it looked really cute.
Yeah, right.
Right on the property, right next to the brewery.
Rent a cottage next to a...
Stumble out of the brewery and go right to bed, which is what we do, but...
No, we don't stumble.
Okay.
Sometimes we stagger, but we don't stumble. Yeah, a little cottage you can rent right on the brewery property. Thought that was pretty interesting. Beautiful backyard. Look at this.
Right on a creek.
Yeah.
Very picturesque.
And this is the beer we brought. What was the beer that we brought?
Life's
a pitch. Baseball themed.
Baseball pitch.
American Pale Ale.
American Pale Ale.
We got it that time. And so we had a beer at Hogback Mountain, even though it was closed. That's a first. Here's Von Trapp. Von Trapp, this place is something else. Beautiful, up on top of a mountain. We had a cool little reunion here with one of our buddies from Ludlam Island Brewery in New Jersey. This is Justin. He just happened to be in Vermont at the same time we were, so we made an arrangement and hit a couple breweries together. But what a beautiful place. Not only the building, the architecture, but the surroundings. Just gorgeous. This is Stowe,
Up
right?
on a mountain. This is in Stowe. The tasting room did have kind of a quality of Gaston's Lodge.
Hideaway.
There was lots of heads on the wall.
Yes, lots of mounted heads. Interesting. I did get some close-up video of them, but they're not shown.
Not included.
Just a few beers on tap. 7, I think.
Yeah, and all German styles.
All German styles.
So today we're going to drink an Oktoberfest, but it's not from there. It's from Trophy.
In Raleigh.
Which is in Raleigh.
North Carolina,
because we
Trophy also does a fine job with their beers.
We spend a good bit of time in this area.
Yes, we do.
And my glassware selection isn't completely appropriate, but we have limited glassware here on the RV. So this is a Kolsch glass. It's a Stanga, and it's not exactly right for Oktoberfest, but
close enough.
It's as close as we're going to get here today.
German beer, German glass. That looks good. Smells good. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
I have my Irish glass.
Stanga. Beth has her Irish pint.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest and an Irish pint? That doesn't seem right.
Well, it was that or a shaker pint. So.
Shaker pint. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, Trophy. We're impressed with Trophy. That'll be the subject of another video. We've been to both locations. They have 2 locations in Raleigh, one of which is famous for pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And
good pizza.
The beer's really solid. Another topic. Back to Von Trapp. What a beautiful place. Nice place to sit and have a beer. They had a decent food menu. Mm-hmm. The boys got food. The boys we were with. We didn't. Big surprise. Some bright tanks there in the tasting room, restaurant. And then this is the actual brewery. Look at that. Look how clean this is. You could eat off the floor in here. And giant vessels. They obviously have a pretty impressive capacity.
And a pretty broad distribution.
Yeah, you can get Von Trapp just about any place, at least on the East Coast. View from the patio, again, you can see how pretty it is. We also got really lucky because we had a super pretty day.
We did. We were so lucky.
Here's the backyard. There's disc golf down there somewhere. Can't really see it in this video, but they're there. In fact, you can buy discs at the Von Trapp merch shop.
Yep, which we did.
For
a friend.
For a friend. Here was the Märzen and
Oktoberfest.
And Doppelbock? Dunkel.
Oh, right. You had a Dunkel, and I had an Oktoberfest
Oktoberfest,
Märzen.
yeah, Märzen. Both really good. True to style, clean. These guys know what they're doing. It's all German, so if you don't like German beer...
You can get a hazy New England IPA at lots and lots of places.
All these other places, yeah.
Here you can get German styles.
They do not do it.
Lager, Vienna Lager.
They do not do a New England IPA.
No, they do not.
Yeah, they do an India Pale Lager, which kind of makes sense because they're pretty much all lager, except for the Kolsch. They had a couple of Kolsches.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. We did go up to the lodge. This is a little bit down the road, just a minute or two.
But you can see why somebody would move from Austria to this spot.
Yeah, the Von Trapp family, if you don't know, it's the subject of the famous Rodgers and Hammerstein Sound of Music. Dramatized, obviously, for screen and stage, but that was a real thing. The governess fell in love with the captain, and they escaped Nazi Germany, and they came here, and they had a long career singing. It's a singing family, and they established this lodge up in the mountains of Vermont. And you can, as Beth said, you can see why. It reminded them of their home in Austria, and the lodge has been there for a long time.
Yep.
The brewery's much newer, but they're real close together. Not on the same exact property, but
Pretty
you
close.
can. This is like a genuine alpine lodge in the mountains of Vermont. Pretty place. So we met our friends. We had a couple of beers. Good day overall.
Yep.
Von Trapp is a really, really nice place to visit. This is Rock Hard, which we really liked.
Yep. This was, I believe, in Morrisville, Vermont.
Small, true microbrewery. Both the brewery and the place. Tiny, just an old home.
Family
Been
run.
converted.
The husband's the brewer, the wife runs tasting room, and the son does the art.
And they also have a lot of local art on the walls. So I haven't seen this much art on the walls of any brewery, I don't think.
Nope.
Tons and tons of local artists, all different varieties. And they're obviously into art, as Beth mentioned. These are the can designs. Really funny, whimsical, crazy,
Fun.
Colorful. And the beer's really good, I thought.
And they had a wide range of styles.
And
They had the coolest flight board.
We got this in...
It's the state of Vermont. It's not easy to see, but...
Yeah, we found this in Delaware as well.
Delaware one.
Crooked Hammock had a Delaware-shaped flight rack. It's fun. Beer was really good. And they had bubbles. So, what's
Bubbles
not
on
to
every
like?
table.
What's not to like? Beer and bubbles. This is Lost Nation.
Lost Nation.
Yeah. One of the things I loved about this brewery is it's right on a new bike trail, fairly new. Lamoille Valley Rail
Lamoille
Trail.
Valley Rail Trail.
Which
93 miles and across the state of
Yeah, it
Vermont.
cuts across the whole part of northern Vermont. We didn't ride it because we had so many breweries to cover, but right on the bike trail.
Yeah.
It's brand new bike trail.
Well, and I guess in the winter it's a skiing trail. It's a four-season
Right,
trail.
yeah, because they do cross-country skiing
Yep.
in the winter, right? Whatever you want, really. It's pretty flat because it's an old rail trail, so not a lot of steep hills. Tons of hops growing around the brewery, which was fun. We saw a lot of hops in northern Vermont. We were there in the fall when the hops were coming into their own. This is the tasting room. I thought it was really cozy. It was just deep red walls. Not a lot of people in there. Most people were out on the
Outside.
patio. Here's the...
Because it was just a gorgeous day.
Yeah, all this like rough timber, very Vermont-looking spot. And here's the deck where we had
Great
a
big deck.
beer and something to eat. We actually did eat here.
Yep.
You remember what we had? Probably nachos, knowing us. I know the food was good. If it wasn't, I would have remembered that. Here's our friends Karen and Mark who showed us around.
They were great hosts.
The Northern Kingdom, and they were amazing hosts. Thank you, Mark and Karen.
Thank
Much
you so much, you
appreciated.
guys.
On to 10 Bends. 10 Bends, I'll tell you what, it was in Hyde Park, right? 10 Bends.
I think so.
Plain Jane place, nothing to amazing about the place. It's just, but boy, the beer was great. It was
Beer
really
was great.
good.
They had pizza out back. The names of the beers were all funny.
Do you have any examples?
Sudden Crickets was a Czech Pilsner. The one that cracked me up was Rotary Chaos. So I guess they started putting rotaries back in. And not everybody knows how to manage a rotary.
Yeah. They're coming. They came back.
They're back everywhere.
They're back
that
in
we're
New Jersey.
finding.
Yeah, they got rid of a bunch and then they're bringing them back.
Yeah.
By that traffic circle,
Yep.
up and also known as rotaries.
Yep.
Roundabouts, rotaries,
Roundabouts.
traffic circles. But yeah, a nice place. Very fun. Here's a brewer cleaning.
That's what brewers do.
What do we decide? 80% of your time cleaning.
Probably.
10% of your time brewing. 10% of your time drinking. We think that's
Not
the
all
proportion.
at the same time.
You've heard that before, but yes, a brewer cleaning. Imagine that, and very comfortable, fun, dog-friendly place. This dog was the star of the party here.
Yeah.
Got everybody's attention. He was so happy to be in this brewery.
I get that dog's probably happy to be anywhere.
True, he's a black lab, but 10 Bends is put that on your list. Here's Prohibition Pig. This is an interesting story. This is where the Alchemist was started originally in Waterbury. There was a big
Tiny
flood.
little place.
Yeah, small place. And you can understand why back in the day it was really hard to get Alchemist beer, Heady Topper in particular. This is a tiny, tiny brewery. I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, wow, they made a lot of Heady
How
Topper
did Alchemist get started
in
there?
this place, because there was a time where I think people just lined up here, like Russian River and some of those other places.
It was hard to get.
Alchemist, by the way, topic of our future video. That'll come soon, because we did go there as well. But this place was really neat. Cool vibe, crowded, because we have a feeling the food
I think it was a
amazing.
Sunday afternoon, and there was a live band, and they were great. They had their own following.
We did not eat. Big surprise.
And it smelled so
But boy, did we want to. It was just the wrong time of day for us. The barbecue just smelled amazing. And everybody in the place except us was eating. Imagine that. Had a bluegrass band. The guys were on fire. They were really good. Really good. And here's the inside tasting room. You can see a little bit of the kitchen here. Lots of interesting tchotchkes around. The graphic design and the branding was really fun and kind of whimsical. Beer was superb. I really thought it was superb. In fact, we were reading a review. Somebody wrote, I'm not going there because they loved Alchemist so much. They just assumed that they would be disappointed when they went to the Pig. But you won't be. They're really doing an excellent job.
We had several New England IPAs there. Of course, we had New England IPAs everywhere, but we also had an English Pale Ale. That was in the lineup there, too.
Cool place.
All
and
good.
Solid beer. So, anyway, working our way through Vermont. Not quite done, almost. And that's it, right?
Yeah, saving the best for last?
Yes, we're saving the best for last.
Okay.
By that we mean, what do we mean by best?
All right, they were all great. Our favorites. Saving,
Yeah.
I guess,
and
if we had to pick our favorite.
most famous, maybe, for last. Anyway, you'll get it.
Yeah,
That's
it's coming.
coming next. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.
Cheers.